So the Stellarex is a drug-coated balloon aimed to deliver low-dose paclitaxel, just 2 micrograms, and has hybrid paclitaxel coating, which on the same time has the effect that you can deliver the drug on the vessel wall to achieve an effectiveness, and on the same time you don't have a problem with the distal embolization. Up to now it was evaluated in a number of clinical studies, pivotal trials and so on. Now we evaluate the data of the SAVOR registry, which evaluated and enrolled patients with FEMPOP disease below the knee, both claudicants and CLTI patients from Radcliffe class 2 to Radcliffe class 6. The SAVOR registry aimed to evaluate, as I said, the Stellarex performance both in claudicants and CLTI patients. Aim of the registry is to recruit more than 2,000 patients. Up to now there are 1,700 enrolled. In the BTK cohort, up to now have 97 patients, and we have the first interim analysis of the first patients with 6 months follow-up. In the claudicants, of course, the endpoint would be to evaluate the efficacy of the balloon in 12 months and the BTK in 6 months, aiming to evaluate the rates of clinical-driven TLR. Also, we have an analysis of safety endpoints concerning mortality, amputation rates, and so on, like in every CLTI and claudicant study. A very important finding in the SAVOR registry is that at least almost 65% of the patients had at least one very severe factor affecting in general population the performance on vascular therapy, meaning CTOs, long lesions, they were diabetics or severe calcification. One of the main findings for the cohort above the knee disease is that we have a very good results both in challenging lesions and in the overall cohort. Secondly, we have great results in severely calcified lesions with no difference between non-severely calcified and severely calcified lesions. And especially for the BTK lesions, we have a very promising CD TLR rate of less than 6% in 6 months. Well, when you evaluate the BTK study, most of the times we are concerned about the problem of distal embolization, local complication, amputation rates. We didn't have any issues. Of course, there are the first interim analysis. We have to evaluate the overall BTK cohort when the follow-up will be completed. Up to now, we didn't have any unexpected complications, and the mortality issue wasn't a problem, at least in the BTK cohort. I think that most of the physicians are reluctant to use anti-restenotic therapy for below the knee disease. Now we know that some studies failed the last years because of inappropriate vessel preparation, insufficient sizing, and so on. I think the Stellarex is a safe device, or at least the data that we now have show us that it's a safe device to use. And because of the combined coating with paclitaxel, we don't have big issues with distal embolization. Actually, we didn't find any distal embolization in the BTK cohort in our analysis until now. I think that the development of new vessel prep modalities for the BTK lesions in combination with the Stellarex balloon might help us to really treat this challenging cohort of patients with very good results and save limbs and accordingly lives.